Long time no see, ye old YouTube. Mostly because there's not been a whole lot going on the homestead.
Yeah, a lot of working.
Yeah.
Like work, not
for
outside work.
For one of us, not necessarily for the other. But we just did realize it is 2024. We have not filmed a single video, and we have exactly 5 days left in the year.
Hey man, better late than never.
So here we are. So in 2024,
we didn't do anything. Very little.
I was going to try to start going down the list. This is what happens when I ask him to do a video with me. It just erupts into chaos.
That's pretty much my MO.
So this year really made me super question if I was actually a homesteader or not. Because first off, my garden failed. Like, I did not have any. I think we finally got a couple of tomatoes from a plant that our neighbor gave us. When I planted all my seeds, my chickens at the time went through and decimated my entire garden. And then, like, 2 to 4 weeks later, all my chickens died, except 4. And, you know, it still hurts. My chickens were massacred, is what happened. We had a little bit of an issue with a fox that had been pulling the chickens out, like, one at a time. So we, like, fortified the coop back in May. But fortifications don't count if you don't shut the door. So,
it's a bad day.
Safe to say someone is not trusted to shut the coop door anymore. I lost Tim Curry, which is still really, really hard to think about, and I'm gonna really try hard not to tear up because I loved that rooster. and yeah, so and actually originally there were 3 chickens we thought that had survived, and a 4th one, was it the next day or 2 days later?
I think it was 2 days later.
2 days later, came out from underneath our house and came running to me when I went out to feed them the next morning.
Hey guys, what's going on?
So I have and I had like people. I had people from Derby and from the gym and from all these places buying eggs off of me, and then I had to be like, sorry you guys, I'm have to be stingy because I have 4 chickens left, which honestly some of them were getting to be a little older anyway, because we have been out here almost 4 years and they have been out here almost 4 years because we got them way too soon after we got everything done with the house. So my garden failed. I had no fruits or veggies. I had a little bit of tomatoes. However, I did get in a mood this summer, and 3 beds I threw zinnia seeds all over the place, and I had a ton of flowers, and that made me happy. So it's fine. However, from the chicken massacre, we tried to hatch out the last little bit of, like, you know, incubator full of eggs that we could from Tim Curry, because I loved that rooster and I wanted their, like, legacy to go on. And we hatched, I don't remember how many eggs went in, but we had 8 or 9. I don't remember how many eggs went in. I know we ended up only having like 4 or 5 chicks. And then we had bought some at Rural King and put them all together. And they all died.
No idea what happened.
Yeah. So
like it wasn't something we were doing either. Like
no,
it's what we just died.
What we've always done. There was plenty of heat. We actually ended up taking one of the mini coopers and putting it into the big coop, so it was all fortified. No animal got to them. Like nothing.
We had 5 survive because the one male rooster, and then he died.
Not of the chicks from this year.
I'm talking about the massacre. We had the Weasleys out there.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry. We did have Mr. Weasley and another female, and the other female up and died. She was in the chicken coop. Mm-hmm. And then Mr. Weasley eventually passed away as well. I think he got wet because he was not the smartest chicken on the face of the planet.
And it just turned cold.
Yeah. So we had him for a little bit, and then he passed away just a couple months ago.
I don't know. Snapping.
I don't know. You better not be getting snappy with me. All right, chicken massacre. We failed to hatch.
Going down our list over here.
Brandon changed jobs.
That went well.
And then went back to O'Reilly's. Honestly, the pay for the job was fine, but the misery that was associated with it was not worth it.
It was just essentially like, I showed up to do one job. They were like, no, you have to be a mechanic or you don't have a job anymore. And
Well, he showed up to do one
things,
job.
But I don't do them for fun.
And then they never trained him to do said job.
Yeah.
And then they wanted him to do the job they didn't train him for and extra job. And then they talked crap about him. They thought behind his back, and he heard it all. To which me, being me, walked in and said, pack your stuff up and go home. And plus, it was one of those weird things. I had a feeling. I'm just like, you need to get a hold of people back at O'Reilly's. Like, I just think this is what needs to be done.
And now my toolbox is on the front porch for what?
We'll come to that in a second. That is on the list of things that has went on this year. So, Brandon started out as a manager at O'Reilly's, changed and went to another company. Now he is I can't say it on YouTube because it needs to be family friendly, the assistant manager. I like to abbreviate it. Back at the same O'Reilly's he left from.
For now.
So, which was fine because initially when he went and first spoke with them, they were just like, hey, they're not rehiring any of the old crew. And the next thing you know, it was like, come back. Because he's a likable guy. Everybody wants to be around him. Anyways.
But do I want to be around them?
That is fair. On that note, I went back to work in August. Filled out 0 applications. And looked for 0 jobs this year. Actually, no, I'll take that back. There was a time that I was tempted to go become a bus driver. And then my blood pressure was raging out of control. And I did not feel comfortable about them lying on my DOT physical. I'm just going to toss that out there. We do have the blood pressure under control. But where I used to work at the smoothie shop, the manager messaged me in August and was like, hey, would you consider coming back? I've got somebody leaving. And I went, okay. And then I went in to literally talk about my schedule, and the day I went in to talk about what my schedule would be and my pay and whatnot, the manager had like crisis happening at her house. So I clocked in. 0 free training, which was last time I went back. This is the 4th time I've worked there. So I'm working part-time, which pays for derby gear and wheels and stuff, because that's what I spend money on.
We all need a hobby.
We all do need a hobby. And of course, while I'm there, he's circling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he needs to go out. And of course he waited until we started doing this.
Of course he did. Of course he did. I read books, sometimes smutty, and crochet at my job.
A lot of books, like...
A lot of books.
90-some books this year?
I've read 89 books so far this year.
89.
But that is between audio, Kindle, and physical book. Un momento, por favor.
Welcome back. You just missed the burp.
Oh, I'm sure I'll burp. Don't worry. I burp in every video. All right. But on that note, Moose is a tiny house terrorist.
Yeah, buddy.
He's ate almost all of our shoes. He's ate quite a few of our books.
2 mattresses.
Pins.
2
mattresses.
4 remotes.
Coffee frother. He's went through
quite a few movies and video games.
4 or 5. I mean, it's an adventure.
Yeah. You never know. You never know what he's going to get. He particularly hates, like, any sort of sheets.
And here's the kicker. Here's what I think is really, really funny. The last few things that he has, we did get him neutered in August. And since then, it has slowed down. It's not like every day, but it's maybe like once a week.
Yeah.
I think the longest he's gone is like 2 weeks. Essentially, it's like I went out the other day and I bought 3 new books. He pulled 2 of them off of my bookcase and chewed them. It's things that do not smell like us. It's things that do not have our scent and smell like home. Yeah. He's a terrorist.
Trying to
all of our shoes have to be in Rubbermaid containers with locks on the top.
Yep.
And then even then,
you never know.
The dog food we used to have the dog food container in one of those, and then that got exploded. So now the dog food is in a metal bin, like a trash can with a lid, on the front porch.
Yep. And I have to go out there every time they get fed.
So, yeah. So that's been fun. And now Moose is 60 pounds. He's over 60 pounds. In our video last year, he was still a puppy, and he was like 30-ish.
He's not as big as I thought he would be, though.
He's bigger than I thought he would be. And he is bigger than I was told that he would be by what we thought his parentage was.
But he's a handsome dude.
He is very cute. I did cut his emo bangs today. I would try to film him, but maybe in a video later on, because no.
Or maybe at the end.
No. Whiskey's still with us.
She's deaf now.
She's lost her hearing.
Still the bestest girl ever, though.
She's the bestest girl. That she is with us at the end of 2025. But I've prepared myself just in case.
I have not.
He is not.
I can't even bring myself to think about it.
She is the first animal that I've had since being little. And the times that she wasn't with me, she was with him or his mom. Mm-hmm. So I've had her, and she has been in my life since she was like 6 weeks old. Yeah. So that's gonna suck.
She's what, 13 now?
Real bad. She is like 13 and a half now.
Yeah.
So.
She's still getting around pretty good, though.
I'm going to start tearing up. Anyway. We're fine. We're fine. It's fine. Okay. Next. Things that happened in 2024. We didn't use our porch.
At all.
Except as a junk drawer. There is so much crap piled on our front porch right now. Not all crap. Not all crap. Like, his toolbox is out there because the job he had changed to, he had to take his toolbox, and then it came back, and then whatever. We're not using the porch properly. Also, the people who were burning stuff next door all the time didn't move out until a month ago. Because that property has sold. We do not know who our new neighbor is going to be. If they just bought property and they're not going to use it. I don't know. But,
I met him the other day.
Okay, well, I wasn't informed of that.
Well, I didn't talk to him, but we waved at each other.
That's a discussion not to have on camera. Because I was not aware that anyone has even seen who our neighbor is yet. Our neighbors on the other side, still amazing, still awesome. We love them. They wrangled our pigs that got loose like last month, so we love them.
Let me tell you, the worst phone call you can get is like 7 o'clock on a Sunday night while you're at work.
It wasn't a Sunday, I was at work.
Okay, whatever night it was.
It was
Saturday,
a Friday or Saturday.
Whatever. But anyway, yeah. Your pigs are out. They're in the middle of the road.
And they've never went that far, so I don't know what they were doing. I don't know where they're going. I don't know what's going on. We need to get the porch cleaned up. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Brandon's truck is paid off. And in the last year, it has become his everyday driver. Mm-hmm. Our dear, sweet tiny car needs some love.
Yeah.
When he was leaving O'Reilly's and we went to pick Tiny Car up, I followed him from O'Reilly's. And his back tire is like this. And I was like,
wheel bearing was not a wheel bearing.
Not a wheel bearing. Essentially where Tiny Car had some issues a couple years ago, and a friend of ours welded it and fixed it. That has now come apart. So she needs like a $300 rear beam axle. I'm just proud I said that without stuttering, because that's really hard for me to say. And we just don't have it right now, so she is parked. We just started her yesterday. She's still running. She's great. She just needs some love and some attention before we can get her back on the road. But his truck is paid off, and it is now an everyday driver. It's doing good. She's still trying to...
Hey, got brighter.
Oh my God.
I fixed it.
This is why I don't ask you to do these. All right, last thing on our list for 2024 that has changed. Brandon's cooking from scratch.
Not all of it, but a lot.
Not all of it, but a lot of it. We started making our own like red sauce for like pizzas and spaghetti and stuff like that. Now, granted, when I say cooking from scratch, I mean that like I am buying like the case of tomato sauce from Sam's. I'm still not canning. Obviously, I said like my garden failed dramatically this year. But we're cooking from scratch. So like even tonight, he made like homemade Alfredo sauce. He has started making pizza dough. He has started doing red sauce. Like, so it's just like, you know, little things.
And I want to like explain, for me, that's not so much like the homesteader rule, I want to know what I'm eating thing. It's more of a, I'm just tired of eating the same thing and I want to swap it up. And I've always wanted to try those things, so why not just do it? And it's turned out really well. Like,
and it's way cheaper.
Yeah, way cheaper. And now, like,
way
the
cheaper.
Alfredo, I like better.
Oh, it's so good.
Like, I don't mind the marinara, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like, I like it better too, but
I don't. Hold on, my burp. My burp for video is coming. Hang on. Okay, there we go. When doing the homemade stuff, my heartburn's not as bad.
Yeah.
So, I'm for it. Let's go. All right.
Fun though.
But so, and I say all that to say though, it's not been a bad year by any means. Just kind of a year.
Yeah.
Other than the chicken massacre. The chicken massacre still hurts.
The great chicken massacre of 2020.
Still hurts. And God love my friends, but they still, I don't know if they just forget that I have chicken trauma, but they keep sending me chicken TikToks. However, something else I did in 2024 is I became a juniors coach for our junior roller derby team, which just started this year. And that's been a whole lot of fun. I will say that. I absolutely love that. Anyway, so plans for 2025. Not getting rid of the camper. This is the first time I've ever said this in a video. We're almost on this property 4 years. We are not getting rid of the camper. However, we're going to start stripping that sucker down. Because we are going to eventually use the trailer. I'm not going to say it's going to be in 2025. But we are going to use that trailer.
It's not going to be in 2025.
It's not going to be in 2025. But anyway, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Because I usually always started off with getting rid of the camper. We're not. We're just going to strip it. And not give it any dollar bills. because
Seems
it's
unfair.
Because it's going to take dollar bills.
It's going to take plenty.
It's going to take dollar bills. Okay, anyway. Plans for in our tiny house. We're going to murph the bed and rearrange this house. Because Moose has ate
2 mattresses.
2 mattresses. The one we are currently on is missing quite a bit of stuffing. Has quite a few rips in it. We have a dear friend. Shout out Cheryl. If she actually watches this. She's given us another mattress. And it is up in our loft area. But we don't want to put it down until it's protected. So we are going to take out part of a wall in the bathroom. Move books everywhere, change our closet space. Oh, it's an even better burp. And we are going to murph the bed. And also that will give us more space.
Everybody's wondering, we're going to build a Murphy bed.
No, we're going to murph the bed. I've said it to enough people and they know what I'm talking about. We're going to murph the bed. Okay. Garden this year, I'm going to plant shit. Stuff. Damn it.
You did it again.
It's okay. We're not monetized. But I'm going to actually, like, I missed green beans this year. I'm actually going to work on the garden and get, of course, part of that is we didn't have a weed eater this year until the very end of the season. So, I'm going to garden this year. We're going to get it. I'm going to garden this year. The main goal for this year, cleaning up this property. Because when we moved out here 4 years ago, my mother-in-law piled up a bunch of garbage, and it's still out there.
It's not like actual garbage. It's like...
It's busted TVs and old coolers.
It's not like, there's a bunch
of
her... dirty diapers up there.
No, we got rid of that a long time ago. It is random crap out of her house that she didn't want anymore that was broken or no longer usable or whatever, and she piled it all up pretty much like across the driveway in front of our house. It's time to go. Okay. Then we're going to clear off the camper because the eventual plan for it is we are going to pull that stripped trailer closer and like, here's our house and we're going to pull it up. We're going to build a bedroom and a living room on it and a closet. Because there's a lot of people in this small space. And by people, I mean us. 3 cats and 2 dogs.
200 square feet.
200 square feet. So, but that is like, we do realize that is like a long-term goal. Like, we are not going to get this done this year. But if we can get it started, that would be awesome. Because it is coming up on 4 years of living in this tiny house.
Yep.
I still wouldn't change it.
No, it's been fun. We've learned a lot.
We've learned a whole lot. And there are times that no matter how much I want to strangle Moose, I still love him. Like,
yep.
Oh, now he's looking. He's like, did you say my name?
Hey, good boy.
Anyway. And then other than that, it's just keep working, keep chipping away at debt, keep doing roller derby. In all facets. Because this last year I refed because I was injured. I've got that taken care of. I finally started like playing again by the end of the season. But it was the end of the season. So I'm hoping to get back to like actually like playing on our team. I just did a couple scrimmages. I'm hoping to get back to like playing for our team this coming year. And if not, I'll ref. My intention is to play though. And ref for other people.
I'm not playing anything.
Hi, handsome boy. He's very distraught. So yeah, read books. Play derby. Moose, you want to say hi?
Yeah, I want to say hi. Who are these people?
Anywho, but I'm not making any promises, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. That's all I can do to be a little better about YouTube. This year, it just felt like I failed as a homesteader, and I was failing at everything else. And I was like, why should I video anything?
It's just a weird year.
Not a bad year, just a weird year.
Weird. Like a lot of change going on, a lot of not change going on.
Yeah, it was just odd.
It's weird.
It was just odd. So yeah. Anyway.
I look like a walrus laying here.
You're a very cute walrus. Does that count? That's like a seal.
Just need a ball. Just need a ball. Yeah.
Alright, well I have new editing app, so hopefully I can get this mashed together. If not, you're gonna get 2 videos. So.
And maybe in a few years she can actually put me like laying on a deck. Or like on a dock, like an actual seal.
This is why I do not do a whole lot of YouTube videos with him.
I'm sorry, guys. It's hard for me to take things seriously.
It just goes in.
I feel so awkward doing this that I feel like I've got to make.
But yet he won't stop talking, so I don't know what to do.
It's verbal vomit.
So any of our friends who were like, "Wow, Brandon's so quiet, he never talks," just watch our YouTube videos because he won't shut up.
See the mouse I gotta put up here? Shut up and build me a house!
Or fix my car. We also want to talk about that. My car is having some issues. Mostly front suspension and tires.
Here's a hint. Leave it alone. Don't lift it. If you want to, like all you young little punks out there with your little trucks.
Or if you do lift it, read the frickin' directions.
I did read the directions. Cheap Chinesium. Anyway, don't lift it.
I frankly like my lifted cars, so it's fine.
Anyways. No, I like it too, but it has caused a couple problems.
Oh, if we need to drop it, we can drop it back down. It's fine, whatever. Anyway.
Probably like it's hard. I hate that song. Why did I do that?
Anyway, YouTube. Have a great time. This is now 17 minutes, so I'm probably going to have to make it 2 videos. So 2024 was a year. 2025 will also be a year, but hopefully a little better.
We'll be here for it.
We'll be here.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Depends on whether or not Moose drives me insane. Nah, he's a good boy.
I'll be here. He's negotiable. We'll figure it out. Anyways. Have a great day. Bye.